Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Yes, this is episode 3, baby. Let's talk with Shalakimia with a hot topic. With a hot topic. Let me get this phone together so our phone lines is open. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday to everyone. Happy Sunday. Hey. All right, let me get this together. You know I gotta get it together a little bit over here. Thank you so much. Hey Tyrone, hey Roger, hey Annette, hey y'all. All right, so let me get this together over here so I can live. Thank you, Annette. Thank you so much. Oh, no. That was the wrong one. Girl, what you doing? Get your life. What you doing? Okay. So now, we gonna start. Yeah. Boom. Y'all ready? Is y'all ready for tonight? I don't know if y'all ready. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for tonight? Charlie said, I don't always got the time, but I can't miss this one, period. Period. You cannot miss this one at all. Can I? Okay. Alright. I want to start a watch party in a group. Can I do that? Thank you. This is my thing now. Like to have on a different... Y'all seen I had on a different pair of glasses last week. So this is my thing. You know? It's my thing now. To have on a different pair of glasses every... You know. That's my signature thing now. That's what we're going to do. But, are y'all ready to get into this topic today? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let me post the call-in number. Call in, baby. Call in. Hey, Regina. Hey, Anthony. We're going to get into this topic today. Hold on. Pin it. There we go. Call-in number's there. The call-in number is there. All right. Let me, where y'all tuning in from? That's all I want to know. Tell me where y'all tuning in from while I finish getting set up. Oh, hold up. There we go. Hey, Aunt. Good afternoon. All right. We good. Newark. Okay. Florida. New York. Alabama is in the building. Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Delaware. Oh, okay. Victorville. I see y'all. All right, so the topic for tonight is, why aren't the children respecting the step parent? That's the topic for tonight. So Roanoke, shout out to Roanoke. So my thing, this is my thing, because there's some amazing step parents out there. You understand? Amazing step parents out there that, you know, treat the children just like they're their own children. Hold on, y'all. One more thing, and then I'm ready. Okay. All right, we're good. That, you know, treat the children like the topic is, why aren't the children respecting the step parent? Because there are children, there are step parents out there that treat the children just like, they're their own children. You see what I'm saying? Providing for them, just not providing for them, just being a great role model for them, being a great role model in their life. But it's like the child isn't really respecting the step parent unless the step parent is buying them something. You see what I'm saying? Or they get their way with the step parent. But then the parent isn't enforcing any respect. And it's like, why is that? Because if I'm in a relationship with someone and their child isn't respecting me, I'm going to feel like they don't respect me. You understand? That's how I'm going to feel. I'm going to feel like they don't respect me. Because why don't you love me enough to make sure that I'm respected in the household? And the phone lines are open. Hold on. Phone lines is open. Call-in numbers up there. You already know how we do. Call on in. Anthony, where and why do you think the disconnect is with the step parents? You know what? I'm just gonna be real. I think the disconnect. Hold on, because this is glaring in my face. All in my glasses. That's so much better. We got a caller. Hey, caller. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. You want to weigh in on this topic?
Yes, I agree with you. I feel like the child is not respecting them because the parent is not enforcing the child to respect them.
Right. Can y'all hear her? That is absolutely right. But you know what I was about to say before you called?
Go ahead.
I think that, and let's just use this scenario. Because the disrespect happens a lot when the mom, gets a boyfriend. And the disrespect also happens, when the man, gets a new girlfriend. It's disrespect on both sides.
Yeah.
But see, the other parent, not the parent that's in the household, not the step parent.
No, the one outside of the household.
The one outside is disrespectful about the step parent.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
And some of them enforce the child to not respect that step parent.
Yeah, because they don't respect it. And that's where the whole disconnect comes from.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with that. But you know what? I was raised by a step parent. And we had the utmost respect for our stepfather because my mother let us know, this is my husband, we are a team, and you will respect him. Period.
Yes.
So, yeah, she let us know that. But see, the thing was, we were raised as respectful children anyway.
Right.
So they weren't going to be disrespected because we did not disrespect our elders regardless.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
See, also, but I want your opinion on this because sometimes this could be a problem too.
Okay.
Remember you said that some of the kids only respect them when they're buying them something?
Uh-huh.
That mother, sometimes I've seen some women get with these men, don't really be into the man, don't really love the man, but they using him financially. So the child feel like they don't have to respect him because they already know what the mother done told them.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
That's not right, though.
It's not. It's dead wrong. And it's so much of that's going on. But like I told, the kings before, you're more than a financial plan. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You're more than somebody just in the house paying bills.
Yes. Yes.
There's so much more than that.
And that's where it comes in with us as black women, to build our black teams up instead of trying to tear them down.
Right. Exactly. Because let me tell you what'll happen. What'll happen is you'll get a woman that'll say, oh, all men are dogs and men ain't nothing. But not knowing what that man just went through previously, coming into a household, taking care of some kids that wasn't his. He wasn't respected. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He was used. Exactly. He was abused.
Yes.
But they ain't ready to talk about that, though.
And I think, and I agree with you, because you know what? I think some women feel like men shouldn't cry. Men shouldn't be, what's the word? Now I won't say weak, but they shouldn't have any feelings.
That's true.
Why not? Why not? They're human.
Right. They're human, just like we human.
Exactly.
They hurt just like we hurt.
Exactly. And that's where communication comes in. You communicate with this man. Before you even get into a relationship, you communicate with him to find out his trauma.
Right.
What he went through.
Absolutely.
And then you take, and I'm not going to say, because we can't really wholeheartedly heal them, but we can lift them.
Right. But
we can lift them.
Right, but Queen, this is my thing. Us as women want men to listen to us. We want them to support us. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
We want them to meet our needs and everything. But why aren't we doing that in return?
Because they're raised like that, Shalakemia. A lot of them was raised that a man is a paycheck. Think about it.
I know.
When you look at a lot of these stars and all these people out here, all they talking about, go get the money, get the bag, and all. No, it's about more than that.
Yeah.
It's about more, a relationship, a marriage, for that matter. It's about way more than that.
Absolutely.
Most of them don't want to get into those topics. When you get into what you get into, they don't want to talk about what's real.
They don't.
Because it's so much fake going on out here that the fake has become real.
Yeah.
And the real has
and they believe in that. They believe in it.
Yes. That's why I love when you get them. I love when you get them. I be laughing.
Because,
I be laughing.
But you know what? They don't be ready, because, see, my thing is, I had to ask somebody the other day, because I have a lot of women say, Shalakemia, it seems like you are against black women. I said, so let me ask you a question. I said, is it okay for your black son to be in a relationship with a woman that is not with him for him, but is with him for what he can do for her? And then when he falls on a hard time, she can leave. I had 3 women tell me, no, that's not okay. I said, I said, so I'm getting on this platform speaking for your son.
And put it that way. That's the
and they said, oh, I understand.
Now they understand. But see, the problem is, whenever anybody speaks the truth and it resonates,
yeah,
that's when they get offended.
Yeah.
They get offended when it resonates to them. See, my character is very much of that of yours. You know, the way that you are. So I was never offended. I was like, yes, I love it. I love it because I love anybody. No matter what the topic is, I love anybody who's speaking the truth.
Right. Only what people have to realize is that I don't know you personally. So when I come on here and talk, I talk in general. Because God told me there's a lot of women praying for a good man. And with praying comes preparation. Go ahead. What did you say, Queen? I'm sorry.
A good woman, though?
Huh?
You praying? I said a lot of them are not a good woman, though. They praying for something and they want something.
Right.
But are you willing to give the same thing that you praying for?
Right. But that's why when you pray, be ready to be prepared. You see what I'm saying?
That's right, yes.
So that's when God's like, I need you. This is what I need you. I need you to talk about what I taught you. Because when I prayed and I said, God, prepare me to be a wife, I was prepared to go ahead and get Shalakemia together. You understand?
Right.
It started with me.
But you know what, Shalakemia, that's one of the biggest problems with most people, and especially women, especially black women. Most of them do not look at the one man in the mirror.
No.
It's always somebody else. I'm gonna give you a good story. I went through a situation with someone that I was dealing with for 13 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was a good provider, very good provider.
Right.
He had other issues that he was dealing with. And I constantly tried to talk to him about those issues. Because the only way you can find out what's going on, why they stray in certain areas, is to communicate and find
right.
out.
Absolutely.
But why I did that, I also looked at myself and what I could have bettered myself in as well.
Right.
With dealing with him in that situation. So it wasn't just him, it was a me thing too. I looked at me as well as looking at him, because it's always something we all can change about ourselves.
Yeah.
It's not always the man is a dog. Look at yourself as to why he's the way he is. You play a part. It's two people.
Right.
It's not just one. So I knew it was some things that I had to get together. I had to get myself together financially, because it was a heavy load on him.
Right.
So, yeah, one person bearing the weight and the load of financial issues and paying the bills and a lot of things, that's a lot on any man.
Right.
So I cracked me and got me together on the financial end. So it wasn't just him, it was me too.
So we can, because we're helpmates.
Exactly. Because if he failed, think about it. If he failed and I wasn't together where I need to be together financially, how's I going to help him?
You better come on and say it. You better say it.
I'm not going to help him.
Right. We supposed to help each other.
God said we are a helpmate.
Right.
So if I couldn't be a helpmate, then I wasn't playing my part.
Right. Exactly.
It wasn't just him.
Right. We always want men to play their part. 1,000%. But are we playing our part though?
Yep.
And that's the part they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about the part. Listen, baby, I'm about talking about it. I want to talk about the part I didn't play, so I could tighten up.
Yes. But you know what? I hate to say this, but it's true. We Aries, so we check other people, but we check ourselves too.
Period. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I check myself daily.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Daily.
Queen,
we don't want to say when we are wrong.
We do. We do. I'm very big on that. I've grown into being that person. Queen, I want to thank you for calling in. The lines is blowing up.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I love you, and I thank you for the support.
You're welcome. Keep doing what you do, baby girl. I love you too.
Okay. Have a good one.
All right. You do the same.
Yes, Anthony, Aries gang. But listen, the topic is, why aren't children respecting the step parent in the relationship? Why aren't the kids doing it? And let me tell you something. It's multiple things, Number one, the child might want his parents to be back together. Okay. Another thing is the other parent doesn't respect the step parent and is always talking down and bad about the step parent. But my thing is, it's a lot of people watching. This is your situation. What did I tell y'all earlier today when God put it on my heart? Somebody's husband is about to leave. Somebody's wife is about to leave. Somebody's significant other is about to leave. Because let me tell you something. Me personally, because I know a lot of men go through it, but I know a lot of women are disrespected by, the other mom, the kids. You see what I'm saying? For no reason. When a lot of these stepmoms and stepdads have been nothing but a blessing to these kids. And it's a shame that the parent is not enforcing respect. But to be honest with you, the kids probably don't even respect the biological parents. Probably don't even respect them. Hey, caller. Hello. Hello, how are you?
How are yourself?
I'm good. Did you want to weigh in on the topic?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my personal opinion. I don't, because everybody has their own way of seeing stuff and thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But my opinion is why the stepchild, this is me thinking, the stepchild don't respect if it's a mother, father, whoever it is. I look at like, if the stepchild's not respecting the other half, then that means the other half is not respecting the other half, because it all stems from you from the beginning, because you mold them from coming up, or her, whoever.
Right.
And then when somebody else comes into your life, you will have the same thing. It will be the same way from the get go.
Yeah.
Just a friend at first or whatever, you introducing them, but as the time goes and your relationship grows and you're still there, then all that supposed to fall into place. It ain't supposed to be, well, he got a dad, that don't, or he got a mom, that don't cut. Because you there. At that point, you're there. You're the one.
Right.
When he goes outside the house to his biological, then he do what he do at his house. But when you're at the house where we at, to me, that's how it should carry over.
Right.
In the situation. But a lot of men and women, because I have both, and they don't do that. Like, that's just me personally. I feel like when you got a stepchild or whatever, both families need to be in accordance together anyway, to be able to get along, talk, to relate as like the man talk to the man, the woman can talk to the woman.
Right, absolutely.
It's about the child.
Right.
It's not about you and your feelings. Put your pride and all that aside. It's about the child at the point.
Right.
So at that point, all y'all need to be able to call each other and say, look, what's going on with Jamar or Julie or whatever,
right,
you want to say, and y'all can talk. You know, y'all can go and hang out and just two ladies go out and be with the child, or two men go out and be with the child, or how y'all ever may be, because at the end of the day, it's about raising the child right.
Right. Absolutely.
And raising the child right, you'll learn things about each other as well, and help yourself grow the things you didn't know that, hey, I could try that and do that as well. Right. That's just the way I look at it, but, some of my friends tell me my mind too wild with that, but I'm like, it's about the child, and it's not about you.
Right. And that's what people have to distinguish, that, when you go ahead and y'all two, separate from the relationship, it's not about how each other feels now. It's about what's in the best interest and how can we co-parent, this child. But to be honest with you, some people don't teach their kids manners and respect. You see what I'm saying? So that's another thing that ties in. They don't even know about respecting nobody. I've seen kids walk into people's house and not even speak. Excuse me?
Yes.
My grandmom said when you walk in somebody's house, you speak.
You speak once you wake up.
Baby, period.
But I've seen people say, don't be saying nothing to my child, like, they doing wrong, and you like, hey, baby, don't do that. Excuse me, are you saying something to my child? I'm like, okay, I don't understand all that because I'm lost. So that lets me know right there that child is already lost, because you can't even be a parent. He's already lost because you're teaching him wrong from the get-go.
Yeah.
So if a man or a woman comes in your life, whoever it may be, and that's the way you are, it is, that step ain't got a chance. The step person ain't got a chance.
Right.
I mean, they just I call it a companion, as if for love, sex, or money. Because
right, caller.
That's the only thing he's for. That's it. Period. It ain't no you in it because you in it for one little thing: companion, love, or money. Because if that child is that way, you already know it. You already know what it is.
Absolutely.
Even like they get in a disagreement. You never.
Caller, I don't want to cut you short, but the lines are like going crazy. I don't want to cut you short.
No problem.
I gotta keep it at 2 to 3 minutes, but no, thank you so much for calling in.
All right, you have a good one. I'll be on the line.
You too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, I know. All right, y'all. I know the line was blowing up. I know. Okay, so listen. If you was calling, call back. I know it was a few calls trying to come through, but there's like a lot of different factors within this whole topic. It's maybe the kids were never taught respect, and that's crazy to me because my grandmom, like I said, my grandmom taught me, like, when you walk in somebody's house, you speak. Even when, it's an adult. And sometimes I don't know if people's older than me, younger than me. It don't even matter. I call them miss. I call them mister. These kids ain't even doing that these days. You see what I'm saying? My kids had to always, refer to somebody as Mr. such and such. You see what I'm saying? And not even when in a relationship, but period. Miss and Mr. period. You see what I'm saying? These kids aren't doing that. But what I'm saying is, today, is that relationships are going to end and they're going to be ruined because your kids are not respecting the person that you're in a relationship with, or the kids aren't respecting you. You may be the step parent. You know what I mean? You may be the step parent. Here we go with another call. Oh, hold up. I hit the wrong thing. Hold on. Hello, caller. Hello, how are you?
I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed.
Where are you calling from?
You know, I'm calling from Mobile, Alabama, ma'am.
Oh, the South.
Yes, ma'am, it is. Yes, ma'am, it is. I just want to let you know, ma'am, I'm one of your biggest fans. I want to thank you every day for encouraging black men, all men, to do positive and to continue doing right. I thank you for that, sister. Thank you for acknowledging us. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But my response to your question is, most women, this is just my opinion, okay?
Okay.
Most women don't want a man to. They want that man, but they want that man to actually discipline those children or to say nothing when they get out of line. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna break that down. Okay. All right. They want the man to contribute, take care of them, be that father figure, go to games, blah blah blah. But the minute they get out of line, be disrespectful. Oh, you can't say nothing to them.
You can't say nothing to them.
Ma'am?
No, I was saying you can't. I hear that all the time. You can't say nothing to my kids.
You can't say nothing to them, but yet you expect me to come out the pocket. You know
right.
And that's what I have a problem with right there.
Yeah.
You know, and coming from a guy who has experience being with the girl with children, I'm saying they want to monitor, I'm saying, because they come as a package.
Right.
Okay, you can't accept that parent without accepting that child too, or children too. You know, and I'm like this. I'm old school. Okay. If I'm coming out the pocket, if your kids in my shit, you come out the pocket, your kids come out the pocket, okay, don't say disrespect. I'm gonna chastise. I'm not far as beating them or doing nothing crazy.
But correct them. But correct them.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a father too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, these women don't want that. They don't want that. They want you to come out the pocket.
Yeah.
And I'm just not feeling that.
It's not right though, King. It's not right. At the end of the day, I don't believe in, abuse and things like that. But I do believe that, I have grown children. You see what I'm saying? But I do believe, I did believe in when my children was younger and I was in a relationship with somebody, they can absolutely take their phone. They can take the game. They can put them on punishment. Absolutely. You sure can.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, put the kids on punishment, okay? But if they get severely out of line, stay behind. You know what I mean? If they're teenagers, something like that, they think they love away from them. You know, but these women today, these little girls today, don't want no man sitting to their kids. And I thank God every day I have a wife that we don't believe in that. That's right there.
Right, absolutely. I don't want to cut you short. The line is blowing up though, but I thank you because your opinion. Listen, it was straight. It was right on. It was right on what you said.
Yes, ma'am. And maybe you have a blessing, courage there. Okay, you keep doing what you're doing, okay? And don't let them hoes stop what you're doing. You understand me?
I understand you. Thank you. All right.
Yes, bye-bye. Bye.
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Where are you calling from?
Chicago.
Oh, the Cha. Okay, you want to weigh in on the topic?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here. Listen, Chicago.
Okay.
Yes. But so I was raised. Yes, I do. All right.
Huh?
Here we go.
I'm waiting for you to weigh in on the topic.
Okay, it seems like we're not communicating, but I'll just go ahead and talk.
Okay.
All right, so here it is. So I was paying the rent and being a good man, paying most of the bills.
Uh-huh. Hello?
So I'm paying all the bills.
I don't know. But I don't know. If you were trying to call in, call back. But that's straight up. You know, it's a lot of situations where, you know, the parent will say, I don't want you disciplining my kids, or don't say nothing to my kids. I'll say something to them. And that's not right. That's not right. Not if this person, hello caller.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good, and you? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from North Carolina.
Oh, okay, North Carolina.
Yes. I'm going through the same situation. I'm about to be married for 14 years, and as my kids get older, they're just very disrespectful. They don't listen. I tell them one thing, and their mother got another thing to say. So I asked her I said, you know, if I chastise them, if you get on them while I'm there. But she said, oh, well, I talk to them. It's never changed.
Are they your children?
They're my stepkids. I raised them from 1, 2, and 5.
Okay. Wow.
And that's how long I raised them. And the more has become, it's been more disrespectful. But I think they get it from their mother. And I'm at a point in my marriage right now that I am leaving.
Oh, wow. Because of that?
It is because of that.
Wow.
I have no say so in nothing. Then, you know, I also, you know, my oldest one, for Father's Day, he goes on there for Father's Day and puts a post up. I didn't say nothing to him, though, but he had his grandfather on there. But his grandfather, he's in and out. But I raised him to be a man. But he puts on there, this is what a real man's supposed to be. And my friends like, well, that's a slap in your face. But, you know, I was going to put him out, but I didn't. As a parent, I didn't put him out because I still love him, but I didn't put him out.
Right. But you know what? Let me tell you something. These kids these days really need to, you know, wake up and realize when they have good people, you know, in their corner. Because I know that had to be hurtful to you.
It is hurtful.
You know what I mean?
It is hurtful. Say again?
And what? Their real father has never been in the picture?
Real father has never been in the picture. The youngest one, he just graduated high school to go see his father. He come back and say he's never want to be around his father again.
And you stepped up to the plate. But but hold on, sir. This is what I'm talking about, though. These are the situations that I'm talking about. Because women will sit up here and say men are nothing and all men are dogs. No, and that's not true. That's not true. There's, like I said before, there are men stepping up to the plate. Do you understand? That's not being respected like this man on the phone. It's wrong. And I don't understand what mother could sit up. A man stepped up to the plate and came in your life and is helping you raise kids that are not his. Go ahead, sir.
I want to quote another issue we had several months ago about being submissive. I know it all runs together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, my wife is submissive to her job, but she's not submissive at home. It's a totally different thing when she come home. Like I said, when these kids are so disrespectful, I'll like cut the grass. I drive an hour and 30 minutes away to work every day, and an hour and 30 minutes back, maybe longer from coming back home from work. And I'll be like, cut the grass. Then I get home, the grass not cut. She'll be like, well, why don't you cut it? Hell, I just worked all day, all week long, 10 hours.
But let me say what's going to happen. What's going to happen, and this is not your fault, because you've done what you had to do. Now, because she is not stepping up to the plate, now the family unit is going to fall apart. That's what's going to happen. The family unit is going to now fall apart.
Thanks.
And now I did it live earlier, and I was talking about God put it in my spirit. He told me to go ahead live and talk to somebody because somebody's husband, wife, or significant other is fed up and they're about to leave. That's what was given to me in my spirit.
I am on the way out. I told her I can't do no more. I said I can't do no more. In 10 days I'll be married 14 years.
Wow.
And it's that I've had enough.
Well, you listen. Man. You have to be happy. You have to have peace.
Correct.
You have to feel respected. You have to feel wanted. You have to feel a part. You're not a king that is supposed to be in a situation and just being a financial plan. or being a financial provider. There's things that you need too.
Correct. I no, my wife has never encouraged me, never tried to build me up. Only time she say I love you is when I say I love you. And when the kids are having problems, I'm the first one for them to be there. She's not there. I'm the first one to take the blunt of anything they've ever had coming for those kids.
Well,
and no real father has been around.
See,
I have.
See, but it's women out here talking about where the good men at. They said all the time, "Oh, where the good men at?" What's your definition of a good man?
Exactly.
I have my friends. They like, man, they don't get no better than you. You know, I try to do everything accordingly to my wife to make her happy. You know, the Bible says, "The man who find a wife find a good thing." I found a wife, but I didn't find a good thing.
Right. Well, King, let me tell you something. I appreciate you calling in. I hope things work out for you for the best. You deserve happiness. Like I said, you deserve to feel wanted, needed, respected. You deserve all of that. Do you understand?
I do.
You a good man.
I do.
And if a woman cannot appreciate that you are a good man, that's on them. You got to keep it moving. That's on them.
After 14 years, I've had enough. You know, and before you get up here, my mother always tell me this. She said, "Love don't hurt people. People hurt people."
So let me ask you a question. Before you exit the marriage, right? Have you sat down with her and had a conversation about how you feel?
I have, and she's when I go to like that, plenty of times. Her next comeback is, "You're trying to argue."
you even try to get the best in.
You're trying to communicate.
Communicate. I got my bishop in it. I went to counseling myself to try to see if anything was in my part that I could correct in my part of the marriage.
Right.
I done what I'm supposed to, and it still was the same thing. It comes back. She gets in front of the pastor. She'll say this, and next thing you know, it's something different. You know when it's bad when the co-pastor, when the bishop wife calls her out on her wrongdoing, and she's still doing the same thing. And she told my wife that because your kids are being disrespectful and you're not trying to do nothing about it, you're going to reap what you sow, and them kids not going to have a prosperous life because what they've done to their stepfather. Well, they call me the daddy because I've been there the whole time.
Right. So Lovely Lillian said his light will shine soon enough. I hope everything will be all right for him. That's what she said. I have to go though because the lines are blowing up, and I'm trying to give people 2 to 3 minutes. But I hope everything works out for you too. Okay.
Thank you.
And thank you for calling in.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hey y'all. I hate to see stuff like that. I hate to see things end on that kind of note when all you have to do is listen. I told women a long time ago, the key is to listen, is to shut up and listen. If you listen, you can fix your marriage. If you listen, you can fix your relationship. If you listen, that's it. Oh, Shalakimi, how you know so much about men? Because when they talk, I listen. When they on my phone, I shut up and I listen. This is how I know. Because I listen. I pay attention to them. That's how I know. If you were calling in, you can call back in. Anthony said regroup and reconnect with somebody on your current level. Yeah, like it just makes, no sense at all. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Greg from Chicago.
All right, Greg. Well, we were trying to understand what you were saying, but I don't know. Are you listening to me on another device?
No. What it was, I was trying to do both. I was trying to.
Okay, yeah, you can't do both. You can't do both, honey. You got to do one. You got to do one.
So here's the point. The point was I was being a responsible man, like I was raised to be. But everybody don't grow up at the same time, and so she came to me and said, "That's my baby. You can't talk to my baby." I said, "But I'm not disrespecting your child."
Right.
Besides, this is not a baby. This is a 16-year-old boy. So that's what the confusion was, is that
you're protecting somebody that doesn't pay any bills, and I'm being treated like a baby.
Okay.
So I couldn't understand what was the discrepancy when you have a man paying all the bills and acting like a man and acting responsible, but yet your child could come in while we're watching TV and turn the channels and you don't say nothing, but that's my baby.
Oh, so he was walking around like he paid all the bills.
Yes, so
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So I eventually left, and she called saying, "Oh, I need my light bill paid, this and that." I said, "Have your baby to pay your bills. I'm gone."
Period. I know that's real. Turn the TV. Listen, see? But you know what? And I know that a lot of y'all probably know this. Kids have too much control in the household. Kids have too much say in the household that they ain't paying no bills in. You understand? But you know, another thing I'm going to point out, and I know a lot of y'all can probably, experience this. So a lot of these parents are sitting up and having grown people conversations with these kids. So the kids think that their parents equal and not a child. Tell me if I'm lying.
You telling the truth, because the kid said, "I didn't like that last man." I said, "Well, who are you to tell your mother who you don't like and you don't pay the bills?" And that's probably why the last man left too. So we just in rotation of between the child, the mother, and no discipline, no morals, no structure, no values. And then when structure and values and morals come in the house,
right,
that's out the window.
Yeah. Chris said, "This is why y'all single." Exactly. But thank you, sir, for calling in. I have other calls coming in. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing. I appreciate you so much.
Okay, peace.
Okay, thank you. I do want to answer somebody's question. They asked me, can I get stars? I can get stars. Thank you for the stars. What I'm doing with the stars, and I just want to announce this really fast before I go any further. A lot of y'all know that I had a big sale on Friday, and what I'm doing is what I'm doing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Caller, hey.
Hi.
Hold on 1 second, honey, okay? Hold on. Give me a second. Let me do this announcement, and then I'm going to get with you, okay? 1 second. So what I've taken on, y'all, is that I've found that there's a lot of kids that are reaching out to me that are basically on their own, So what I'm doing is I'm preparing packages because kids are going back to school, but, they don't care about the COVID. But, these kids are returning back to school. So what I'm doing is I'm doing care packages for the kids that are going back to school. So all the stars that I get, I'm going to take the money and I'm going to try to do as many care packages as I can. There's a lot of kids that don't have parents to go home to. You know what I mean? They don't have parents to lean on. They're very independent. You know what I mean? Some of them came out of the foster care system. I was in the foster care system before, so that's my goal right now, is to help these kids that need help. So all my stars are going towards that. And if you purchase anything off of I'mShyLakeemia.com, any of my coachings, my vendor list, everything, 50% of my website stuff is going towards that. So I would appreciate y'all support. Even if y'all share and spread the word, I would appreciate it. It's very passionate and very near and dear to my heart to help these kids out, because I understand. Okay, back to the topic. Hey, caller.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you? I really, really love what you do, because I always, if you ever was to come across my little page, I always speak up for black men. And people be like, well, men this and men that, but, I love our black men. But about the topic, I'm going to speak from a different perspective, and it's not the mother or the step parent. Me growing up, my real father, of course, I knew him, but he wasn't active like he should have been. He had his own little issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my mom and my stepdad, and she actually has 4 other kids by him, so she's been with him since I was like 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The problem with that is, with me, I felt left out. I felt like,
the other kids mattered before me. Everybody was before me, and I was last. And not only that, you see that your mom is not happy. You see that they argue all the time. You see the toxic environment.
Right.
You see, whatever it is, it just was unnecessary, and it affects you. Therefore, how can you be, you know, happy and respect what's in front of you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the environment was very stressful on you. And it was very toxic, and that brings out a whole different thing. Yeah, that's a whole different scenario. Yeah, when you see when you're a kid and you see those type of situations, it's different. It does make you feel like you don't want to respect that person, especially if it's abusive situation. You see what I'm saying? Now, if there's abuse involved, I understand why a child wouldn't respect that person. I do.
It was a mental and emotional abusive situation. I'm 27 now, but I'm to the point where I'm healing from childhood trauma and a lot of relationship traumas, and I can look back and pinpoint certain things that have happened to me that made me, you know, accountability. Look back at certain things, you feel me? But that was just my perspective, because even with, as far as him, all the other kids had a father figure. He told my mama, I don't want to be a father figure to your daughter. And it's things like that that was just like, okay, so I would respect you, but I would never look at you.
I'm sorry you went through that, though. I'm sorry you went through that. That's terrible. You were a child. You should have never had to experience that at all. You know, he wasn't ready to step up to the plate. He wasn't mature enough. Like the man that called before, and he said, you know, kids and the mom, they're a package deal. If a man doesn't look at, you know, it like that, he don't need to be in that situation. But there's a lot of, you know, amazing men that do look at it like that.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's really, I've come across a lot of amazing men, so I'm not knocking them at all. I'm just coming from a different perspective of why kids might lash out and act out because they don't feel like they get enough love at home.
Right.
And that was really my case as a teen. I mean, it's not really an excuse, but when I look back, you gotta look back on your life and realize why was you this way and what made you that way, you know?
Right.
So, that was just my perspective on it.
No, I understand. I want you to message me though, and you have to tell me that you called in and we talked. You have to message me, because when all this COVID is over, I'm going on tour.
Oh, okay.
I'm going on a tour. It's going to be the Value Black Men Again tour. So I need you to message me. Okay. I need you to message me so we can talk, okay?
Okay, so my name Lady Shay, so if you see it, then you're gonna see it.
Okay. Okay, and thank you for calling in.
No, thank you.
Okay. Bye, Queen.
Bye.
Hey y'all, okay. I know y'all was calling in, so call back. But the line is open. It's open right now. But that's a situation too where the situation is toxic, you know, and you know the parents are arguing. So I could understand why a child wouldn't, you know, respect a man that's, you know, sitting up arguing and fighting, you know, with their mom. I could understand it. Hey caller, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm straight. I don't have no kids or nothing, so when I'm on a date and everything, yeah, I date women with kids and all that. And I came across some disrespectful kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, disrespectful. And it was always the same thing. Right when I was about to go ahead and take care of my business with these kids,
right,
the family jumped in. And they was like, these ain't your kids, so you can't do nothing. But yet, I'm feeding them, I'm clothing them. Like, why are y'all stepping in for discipline, but y'all not stepping in for everything else?
Right.
Like, don't make me feel like less than a man, but wanting to take my household to a level that I see it needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
You're hindering me because you're interfering. When you need to stay your ass at home and we'll see each other at the family reunion.
Right.
You ain't gotta talk.
Right.
But kids, it's like once the kids see the mom gonna respect you, they're not gonna respect you. If the mom ain't gonna check them, because the kids gonna test you. That's what kids do. mom don't check the kids first and foremost immediately, then it's a done deal. You should leave right after that. If she says that's my kid, they got a right to say whatever, then I know that I made the biggest mistake of my life. I left a house that I was buying because this woman and her kid. So if I'm willing to leave a house that I was buying, then the life ain't shit after this. But thank you for calling out from Kansas City. When you go on tour, you come out and check out my podcast. It's non-PC. I appreciate it.
Okay, I will. Send me the link to it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
Okay. But do y'all see how, this has been a big issue? I understand if there's some abuse involved, physical, mental abuse, I could understand that. But in a lot of situations, that's not happening, and it's really stressful to the step parent in a situation. The family unit has to be one. It has to be on the same accord. And someone that's coming into the family and treating these kids like their own doesn't deserve that. That's wrong. That's wrong. We need to teach our kids to appreciate genuine people and be respectful to genuine people. So I know there's some mom and dads watching right now where you have overlooked your child being disrespectful to the person that you're in a relationship with. You can't continue to overlook that, or you ain't gonna have no relationship. Hey caller, how are you?
Yo, what's up? How you doing? I like your show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was commenting, but I used to be one of them kids. My mom's only had like 2 boyfriends. I only liked one. I only loved one. But the next dude, I was like, nigga, fuck you. I wish you would try to lay anything down like you run shit in here. It's not happening. I'm gonna get you the fuck up out of here.
Right. And did he abuse? Was he abusive or something to you?
No, I grew up without a father, so you can't take a lion cub and just raise a lion cub up underneath another lion. That shit ain't happening. I'm letting my nuts hang in this house. This is my house.
That's how you felt.
I'm not going nowhere.
That's how you felt.
You gonna leave this motherfucker before I do. And if you don't like it, ain't shit you can do about it. Uncle is on standby. The goons that watch me come and go is on standby, my nigga. You gotta come to this neighborhood. I live here. You visiting. I'll get you fucked off.
Boy, babe.
And I tried to tell a lot of the men my age that, they think kids don't have no opinion. I'm like, dude, you can't just get with a woman and act like you're gonna be their kids' parents. What if them kids don't like you? It don't matter what the kids think. Yes, the fuck it does. What happens if you wake up with a pistol in your face? What happens then? What do you do then? All because this kid don't like you because you discipline somebody else's children. If I don't date women with children just because I don't like the whole package deal thing. I believe that you have to come with a different level of seriousness when you're dating women with children.
Right.
And because to a certain degree, their goal or aim is to fix the broken picture, if you will. Like, whatever they had with the person that they created these lives with, it didn't work out for whatever reason.
Right, but let me hold on, King. Let me ask you a question. So do you feel like you was wrong though when you was a kid? Do you feel like you was wrong for not giving that man a chance?
No, hell no. I was a kid. Like,
no, I'm saying now being an adult.
Everybody tried to talk me into it, like they was about to get married, and I was like, nah, fuck that. Nigga, you not about to be my stepfather. Fuck that.
What I'm saying, you as an adult now, do you understand?
Now, as an adult, yeah, I realized that
Okay.
I wasn't. I didn't realize my mother was a woman until I was an adult.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So
yes.
I think that's a lot of problem that young men have. Period.
Okay.
They don't have the ability to recognize their mother as a woman.
Okay. Okay.
And so, if until you're able to do that, then you can't see none of the stuff that you're talking about in terms of being right or wrong and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
As an adult, I wish my mother had a mate. You know, it's a terrible thing for a beautiful woman who has a lot of love to give, and nobody to give it to, and to receive the type of love that she has to give.
Right.
You know, my mother passed on the opportunity to marry somebody else. He was a really nice dude. He told my mother, he was like, "Yo, if I can't marry you, then I'm gonna just go to the monastery." He became a Buddhist monk.
Oh.
We called him Doc. Like, he was a super intelligent Indian. My family comes from 2 different countries.
But you liked him though.
Yeah, he was nice. He was a nice guy. I didn't know my mother liked him in a romantic kind of way, though. I didn't know.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure you liked it him.
Say that again?
I wanted to make sure you liked it him.
Yeah, he was a nice guy, you know.
Okay.
For the most part, my mother had nice men in her life. My father was an asshole, but you know, I always grew up and felt like, shit, nigga, I don't have a father, so the next man can't really tell me what to do. I have to really, 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 really respect you in order to listen, to take direction from you, because.
Right, but you've been disappointed though by your own father. Am I right? You've been disappointed by your own father.
Disappointment. My father didn't have the ability to be a father. He was a grown boy. His mother took care of him and covered up. She made all his mistakes right.
Oh, okay. Okay,
you know,
I understand.
He was like a police officer. He was, you know, my grandmother owned like 2 or 3 salons, and she retired to Florida, and you know, but
you say your father was a police officer. He wasn't in your life.
Yeah, he was a police officer.
But he wasn't. Y'all didn't have a relationship.
I could smoke weed with my father, but I mean, I tell my father if my father got out of pocket, he knows that. I'd be like, nigga, I'll knock you the fuck out.
What?
And he wouldn't say shit about it because I'm a nice person. I'm not no rah-rah dude. I'm not no thug. But I'll fuck you up.
Right. I do. I want to just thank you for calling in, though. I don't want to cut you short, but I have to because the lines are like blowing up.
It's all good.
But
you know, just to let the brothers know, y'all gotta really talk to the kids and see how would you like me to be here. Include the children. Don't just show up, they come home one day and all your shit is in the house.
I agree. I agree with that.
That's a violation.
I agree with that. Absolutely. Now I agree with that, but I thank you so much for calling in and, you know, just being transparent about you. That helped us today.
Yeah. The truth always helps.
Absolutely.
I don't know who my message helped, but I just heard what you were saying. I was like, man, let me call in and chime in because this is what I tell other dudes. And if you are the father of a daughter, always keep in mind, you ask yourself, the question is, who are you grooming your daughter for?
Okay.
It's a rhetorical question, but it's something that carries throughout the life of your daughter because
absolutely.
She's always watching.
Listen, sir, I love you. I appreciate you calling in. The line is blowing up, okay?
Go.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. I can hear them listening to me. Caller, hello.
Yes.
717, hey.
Hey. I don't hear myself on this radio.
You gotta turn me off on the other thing.
So I can't hear myself even talk.
Yeah, you gotta turn me off on there so me and you could talk right here.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, so everybody's listening?
Yep, everybody can hear you.
All right, this is your auntie.
Hey, auntie.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm good. I wanted to elaborate on that when I was a kid. I want to address a few things, okay?
Okay.
But back when I was a child growing up, and my mom and dad separated.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom got with a man that I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
But she flat out told me this is her house. And to stay in my place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's wrong with the parents today. They don't let the child know to stay in their place.
Yeah.
When it comes to another woman or man coming in your life. And another thing, I think it is okay for the parent to sit their kids down and talk about their new relationship.
Right.
I do think that should happen. And another thing I want to address.
Mm-hmm.
I like your show. I like your topics that you talk about. I don't think you're against women. I don't think you're against black women. And I don't think that you're just for the black men. What I think is you're basically trying to prepare women. You're preparing women. You're basically letting them know if they got a good man or a good father or a good stepfather around to give you a chance to be that.
Right.
Don't base your own relationships on what you've been through in the past. Don't drag that into your new relationship or allow the children to disrespect the new, whether you with a man, the man or the woman.
Right.
And I don't think that you're against black women, and I don't think you're just for the black men. A lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times women can be in a good relationship and don't even realize they got a good man because of their past relationship.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm older than you, okay? I'm older than you.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen to you all the time. I love listening to you. And a lot of times, I need to check myself because I know I got a good man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you can fall back into that old way of what you've been through in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And women do need to check yourself. In a relationship. Like when I got in this relationship, it's been 7 years. He told me 7 years ago. I don't know what you've been through in your past relationship, but I'm the man in this relationship.
Right.
And
Right.
I had to accept that because I've always had to wear the pants in my relationship, but I don't have to wear the pants no more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's wrong with these women today. Take a step back. It's okay to take a step back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay to let your king be that king. That don't mean that, he's running shit or he's running you. If he can wear them pants and step into them shoes, let him be.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
I love your topics and I love your show.
Thank you so much.
For those women that are bitter, angry, and don't like none of your topics, that's because they don't like themselves. They don't like their relationship. They're not happy.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. Listen. All you got to do is just listen. Listen to Mia to get, what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Instead of always looking at the negatives and shit.
That's true.
None of your shows are negative. None of your shows are negative.
Thank you, Ann. I appreciate that so much.
Well,
I really do. I appreciate your support all the time. Because you keep me lifted.
I'm going to support you. I'm going to continue to support you.
Thank you.
I might not share a lot of your videos, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to support you. Yeah.
I appreciate that so much.
Wow.
I do, and thank you. Thank you so much for calling in, okay?
Okay, love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
Okay, all right, bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, yo, okay, so if you was calling in, call back in. I'm gonna take a few more calls and we're gonna really wrap up. But I want everybody to understand, what the topic tonight was for. The topic was to open some people's eyes. The topic tonight was to save some people's relationships. This wasn't nothing but a big eye opener. This topic right here was nothing but confirmation, because a lot of people around you have already told you about your kids. Your significant other has already told you about your kids. If you're on the receiving end, you have been beating yourself up because it's like you feel like I've been here for these kids. I've been doing, what I need to do. I love them like they mine, and I still don't get the respect that I'm supposed to get. Hello, caller. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good, and you? Where are you calling from?
Ohio. Well, yes, I'm in Ohio now. But
okay.
I would like to say, you have an awesome show. I follow you live. You are amazing.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you because I do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 black kings, and I am trying to make sure that they are headed the right direction.
Right.
And for the topic, let me say, I'm going to say this first. I am divorced, but I married a man that had no children. I have 4 young children. He was younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to say, when I married him, my greatest fear was releasing my children to him.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? We did it by the book. We did it by, thank God for that.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you, even down when I got divorced, listen, my children are still attached. That is who they go to. My children call him Papa. I have 2 children that don't belong to me that I have raised. They call him Papa.
Mm-hmm.
He has been there when we were not together. Listen. Now, their real father, he's there and around, in and out or what have you. But let me tell you, black women, we are so stubborn and so strong-headed. And like your aunt said, the caller ahead, please, if the man want to put those shoes on and those plans, please let him.
Right.
Just because you make more money or you're more educated, you're more well-spoken. It is about what is best for the whole, the family as a whole.
Absolutely.
And I am telling you, even though we're divorced, we've been divorced. I mean, we were married for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We were divorced. But I tell you, the moment you let your children disrespect your spouse or your significant other, is the moment you allow them to disrespect you, because they're not respecting the choice that you made.
You better preach.
Family. And if he's on the same page, now for us, we were a very Christian-based family. Everything was in the Word. We worked. We did what we needed to do. But one thing we did not do, we did not dishonor my children in front of no dishonor in front of them.
Right.
And I absolutely ended up having a late baby. Later in my 30s,
mm-hmm.
I said I wasn't going to have any more children, but I ended up having a child.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, that to say, we had better get it together. And
right.
I appreciate you in a black community talking to black men. Listen, black women, as strong, as intelligent, as beautiful, as resourceful as we are in a place where we are demolishing our own homes. We're destroying our own young men, our boys, our teens, because we won't allow a man to discipline you. I promise you, a woman can never teach a man how to be a man.
Right.
And whom you choose to be your mate, or whom you are married to or select, trust and believe that's going to be how the house is run.
Yes.
And if it's constant bickering and disrespect, that's what they learn.
Right.
So I need to say, you know, giving a shout out to, and you know, a lot of times no one really knew he was the children's stepfather unless someone said something. He was all in. And as long as he was all in, I was all in. And when we didn't get along, so what? I was still all in. Mm-hmm. And when we got ready to separate, I was still all in. And when we got divorced, guess what? I'm still all in. And we've been divorced forever. He's remarried, and I'm still all in. Right. Because he was an amazing father to my first four. And I didn't have a child by him. He didn't have a child. He didn't have any children. He just came in and he did what he needed to do. So I am telling you, if you all don't, whomever you're with, if you have to wrestle between him and the children, you need to cut it loose. Because what it's going to do is destroy your family. Because now you're in distress. So, shout out to the man, like the one gentleman that was on the phone that's just all in. God bless him for 14 years. My God, Jesus. But, women, I'm telling you, if you're with a man that's doing your children awesome, excellent, and wonderful, you better stick and stay. Even if it doesn't work between you two, you better stick and stay. And you know what? It's how it is. So I appreciate the topic, but I need to say that there are some awesome, amazing black men that have done, you know, what they needed to do and didn't have to do. Right. So we need to applaud them. We need to push them. We need to congratulate them and encourage them. And, you know, we all fall short and have some issues. Right. Still, if it's building your children up to where you want them to be, and all of our children are doing well, they're in a good place. None of them, all of them moved out to state. They all went to college. Things that I didn't think I would ever be able to do by myself. But guess what? Right. Because there was someone out there that loved me enough to love my children, that loved me enough to go the whole way, that said, I'm just going to do it regardless. And people did say, oh, blah, blah. They said stuff, who she thinks she is, coming in here taking this young single man with all them kids, and she divorced, baby, because that's what God ordained. And guess what? As long as I step back and let him do what he needed to do as a father, it worked out.
Right. And I think that's so amazing. I think that's so amazing how, you know, things didn't work with y'all. But, you know, you were still an adult about it, you know, about the situation. A lot of women aren't like that. They try to get back and they try to be revengeful and they come between the relationship, which that's wrong. But I just hear so much growth inside of you, and I want to just commend you for that.
Listen, and guess what? Listen, Charlotte King, I said, listen, I'm here to let them know. Look, the gentleman I was seeing, I was like, honey, he was an awesome father. He's going to be an amazing grandfather. You better come along with it.
Right.
And
exactly.
Is, you know, and that's the person I'm seeing, you know, and even their father. I'm like, you're going to have to be friends with him or you're going to have to move out the way.
Right.
You know, and people looking at me like I'm crazy. No, I know where the nurture is. I know where the love and the kindness. I know who's putting in the time, the effort, the energy.
Absolutely.
I know who's doing it.
Absolutely.
So I had to tell their natural dad, what I need you to do is be friends with him. If not, we're gonna have to move you. Right. And that's how you have to mature. Right. You know, for your children. This is for the children. For the children. And when the children are okay, you know you did the same thing. But I applaud you. Keep on doing what you're doing. And I hear you loud and clear, and I'm like your auntie. I'm older. I'm way older than you. But I'll be like, let me grab what you just said. What?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Keep on doing it.
And I appreciate you calling in and you sharing. I'm gonna wrap up this show though. I think I'm gonna take 1 or 2 more callers, but thank you for calling in.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed.
You too, Queen. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. So, you know, what I was saying was, you know, what we can take away from this, you know, and learn, you know, is that, you know, when there's no respect, you know, respect really starts from, respect, you know, really starts from the biological parents, you know, and then, you know, you teach it to the children, you know, that's just how things go. But this is going to save somebody's relationship. You can't continue to overlook, you know, the step parent being disrespected. You can't keep overlooking it, or you're going to be single. You're going to be by yourself. But regardless, as people, we should teach our kids respect as people, just as people, you know, to be respectful, to appreciate when someone that comes in their life that doesn't have to do anything for them, doesn't have to teach them anything. We should teach them to appreciate that. There's not a lot of genuine people out here. And for the other parent that is sitting up and putting stuff in the child's head about the step parent, you wrong. You wrong on every level. Because let me tell you something. I want my kids to have a step parent that treats them just like they're their own child. I want them to have a step parent that loves them to the end. You understand? I'm not going to be jealous about it. I'm not going to be envious about it. I'm going to appreciate it. Thank you for treating my baby like my baby is yours. Period. And y'all call my kids my baby. Or thank you for treating my child like my child is yours. Thank you. You don't find that everywhere. Your child could have a step parent that don't care about them, don't care about their growth, don't care about their future, ain't going to do nothing for them, ain't going to contribute to who they going to grow up to be. Appreciate that. Oh, I'm talking to you that's listening, that's sitting up and allowing your child to be disrespectful to your significant other. I'm talking to the one that you're allowing your child to be disrespectful to their step parent. I'm talking to you. Because that person is about to leave. It could be way worse. It could be a step parent that's abusing your child mentally and physically. But that's not the situation. You teach your child to appreciate and to respect. That's what you treat. So I hope that this show today, I hope that it helps somebody grow. And I hope that someone gets off of this live and go and make things right. I hope somebody gets off of this live and go ahead and have a family meeting. And let the kids know this is what's going to happen from here on out. And let them know about themselves. Because, baby, the disrespect ain't just going to, it's not going to just end with the step parent. They going to be in the world being disrespectful. And people going to be looking like, oh, that's such and such's child talking like that and acting like that. That falls back on you. Your child is a reflection of you. They are. Not saying all kids are going to listen. Because there's some amazing parents out there that have taught their children respect. The child is just a little bit lost. But I just hope that this strengthens families. I hope the people that, were planning on leaving, I hope they don't leave. I hope that there's a meeting about how things are going to change moving forward. I hope that things get better and this person is respected and appreciated and feels a part of the family. You understand? Like I said, there's not a lot of genuine people in this world. So when you get genuine people overall, you appreciate them. When you get someone that's supportive, you appreciate them. When you get someone that has your back, you appreciate them. Period. I want to thank y'all, for tuning in with me on the third show. Thank y'all so much. I looked at the numbers. The numbers were 12.3 million in 28 days. Y'all helped me do that. We did that together. Thank you. Like I said, it's no force or anything like that. But I am running a sale on I'mChildLeukemia.com. 50% of all my proceeds are going to the college kids that don't have nobody. They don't have no parent that asks for nothing. I want to bless them, with some care packages for college. I already have a few kids that I'm able to do that for each and every semester. I want to do a bigger number. Right now with these kids going back to school, I want to be able to bless them. So all the stars that y'all have done tonight, all the proceeds from that, 100% of the proceeds are going to those kids. And 50% of I'mChildLeukemia.com, which has all my coaching classes, vendor list, things like that. 50% of the proceeds are going to go towards these kids. They're near and dear to my heart. I understand how it is being on your own. You know, I'm talking about these kids don't have nowhere to go Thanksgiving, Christmas, summers. You know what I mean? These are the kids I'm talking about. They're near and dear to my heart. I love them. You know, and I told as many of them as I could. You know, if y'all need somewhere to go in the summer and y'all need somewhere to go holidays, y'all can come with me. They're near and dear to me. I love them. Hey, caller, you're my last caller of the night. Hello, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Huntsville, Anonymous.
Okay, Huntsville.
Because I want to offer a viewpoint.
Okay.
And thank you for your show. I've enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Let me cut this off my computer. Okay, I'm calling because I want to offer a viewpoint from the woman who may not have children, who gets married to someone who has children.
Yeah.
And those children may not respect the new union. And I just to say, and what I've learned is that the children have to be patient. Everybody has to be very loving and patient with the blending, because you basically have to be very understanding, and you have to let your parents, me being the child being in that situation, your parents shield you until everybody gets old enough to hold their own.
Right.
So at that point, you have to really be, once you're in your role, you're a covering for those, for the children that the kids may have. You're a sister. You could be a brother, and then also just pray for your parents. You know,
right.
Continue to cover them, and I'm very protective. So I'm very protective of both of my parents, but also just having a watchful eye, but also try to be understanding and have those conversations with the siblings. How do you feel? Or
right.
Let them talk, let them vent. And it's not that you can solve how they feel, but it'd be like, you might want to do some therapy, do your personal work. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with therapy and people, you know how we feel about, they're going to lock you up and you can't get out if you go get therapy or get help, as what you see in the movies. But people just have to be encouraged, like,
right.
Just continue to love on those siblings, those incomings, and those, and do whatever you need to do that's best for yourself.
Okay.
Like, you know, to stay sane.
Thank you so much for that. You know, I want to thank you for calling in. I appreciate you so much. You know, I don't think the callers, I don't think y'all understand that y'all help make the show as well when y'all calling with your viewpoint, and you know, y'all deposit something into us, because one thing about us is everybody thinks different, and we all don't know everything, you know. So you calling in and you giving us that seed, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much
for taking
okay. You know, I want to touch on that. I want to touch on the people, you know, that call in week after week. You know, you're depositing into people on here as well. I want you to know that. Y'all come on here and y'all be transparent. And that's what we need as people. We don't know everything. You understand? We do not know everything as people. We might know a lot, but we don't know everything. And sometimes someone else's viewpoint and opinion can deposit into us and help us grow and help us see things from a different level. You understand? A different level of growth. Like, hold on, I didn't even think of it that way. It opens you up to something. One thing I want to say before I go is I love my black people. But one thing we have to stop doing is we have to stop working against each other, and we have to start working together. We're not always right. You understand? We can learn from other people. Stop always wanting to be right all this time. Stop wanting to be the smartest person in the room. Stop doing that. We can learn so much from each other. And we all have an amazing gift that is supposed to work together with other people's gift. You have a gift. I have a gift. And God planted a different gift into all of us. So when we come together, every connection is for a reason. When we come together, our gifts will bounce off of each other. Our gifts will make room for each other. We will come together with those gifts and we will teach each other the gift. That's what we're supposed to do. When we interact with people, we are supposed to teach people. I make sure that I teach people when I interact with them. It doesn't matter if they walk away not liking me. It doesn't matter if they walk away hating me. I taught them something. Because I feel like it's my duty, every single person I come in contact with, to deposit something of growth inside of them. Thank y'all for tuning in with me for my third show. I appreciate y'all so much. God is going to do amazing things in your life. There's an overflow coming for you. Trust and believe. There's an overflow. All your needs are going to be met. You understand? I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with me. I appreciate y'all so much more than y'all could ever know. Happy Sunday and have a good night.